Hi, Joanna Hodorowska, Nutrition and Motion, Nutrition for Body, Mind, Spirit, and Sport. So I'm getting a lot of calls lately about people that are overwhelmed. They're stressed, they're distracted, they're tired. Here's a couple things that, even though each of my clients, we do a little bit of a different program with each one, but they all have kind of similarities. So I'm going to go over some 5 things that you can do now so that you can get rebalanced and get your life back. Because you want to do all the things that you want to do. You don't want to be like sitting in bed and sleeping all night or waking up in the middle of the night because you're anxious and stressed and can't figure out what the next steps are. So, and if you keep going, you're just going to have adrenal exhaustion, and that is actually a medical condition. How do I know? Because I had this 17 years ago. So I know that the mind is a beautiful thing, and if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. So you just keep going and keep going and going until you pretty much can't do anything. So the first thing you want to do is make a list of all the things that are on your plate, the things that are stressing you out. Is there a way that you can actually get rid of that item? Can you give it to for somebody else to do? Can you change the way that you're actually dealing with that item or the way that it's stressing you? Because a lot of times, it's sometimes just changing your attitude, and that actually helps the overwhelm to actually go away. A lot of times when you're overwhelmed and you're stressed, you reach for the foods that are actually helping you kind of cope with the fatigue and cope with the overwhelm. But those chips, they'll only temporarily help what your situation is, and then all you're going to do is gain weight because you're eating the things that really aren't healthy for your body, and they're really not helping you deal with the stress, because the stress is actually something that you aren't managing very well, so your life is a little bit out of balance. So write those things down. See which ones you can eliminate, see which ones you can just change your attitude about, and see, well, maybe it's not that big of a deal. My life isn't going to end if that doesn't happen. And then, make sure you get to bed at a reasonable hour so that you're not overtired after that second wind kicks in, and then you can't sleep all night, and then you're just behind the 8 ball some more. So that was just step 1. Number 2 is, I mentioned the food. Usually when you're stressed and tired, you're reaching for coffee, you're reaching for Cliff Bar, you're reaching for all those things that go really good with coffee. But those things all mismanage the blood sugar. They make the issue worse. The sugar is inflammatory. Wheat is inflammatory. It makes your brain go a little bit more wacky, and you can't concentrate. You feel, sometimes you get more digestive issues. And all you're doing is basically feeding the stress, but you're not helping to balance the blood sugar, and that's actually creating more stress, and then it's just kind of exacerbating the problem. So you want to learn how to balance the blood sugar. Get your green vegetables in. Get some of the healthy fats in. Get more root vegetables instead of grains, because the root vegetables help you feel grounded. If you think about wheat and grains, they're flowing in the wind, and you're probably feeling like you're up here floating someplace. So eat more beets, carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, things that grow actually in the ground. So that'll help you feel more grounded. But it's about balancing that blood sugar so that the body doesn't have more stress just because of the way that you're eating. So that's number 2. Number 3. Usually when you're stressed, your digestion stinks. So when I work with clients, a lot of times I have to just add a digestive enzyme, and that helps. But there's one client that I have, she's 23. She shouldn't be working, 14-hour days. But, at 23, when you're working for somebody like Price Waterhouse or one of those big Accenture accounting firms, they send you all over the place, and you're working, like a dog. So usually when you're stressed, your digestion slows down. It's just a natural body response. So when that digestion lessens, we got to help fix it. So we've got to restore that balance. Sometimes it's about adding a digestive enzyme. Sometimes it's actually helping you to slow down, chew your food, stop drinking the liquids to help get the food down, because you're not chewing the food into a puree. So that's number 3. Fix your digestion. The next one is usually your gut. Your gut is out of balance. Well, if your gut is out of balance, then that sends wacky ideas going on in your head too. But it causes all sorts of GI distress. It causes all sorts of other issues, causes more inflammation in the body. So it's about trying to add more probiotic foods. Sometimes it's also adding a supplement to rebalance. And then the other thing that I love is essential oils. So that's going to help you to stay calm and grounded. And my favorite two are balance and serenity, because that's really what they do. One helps you feel like you're down here on the earth, and the other one helps to calm you down. Sometimes it's just having the serenity, put it on the base of your feet before you go to bed, so you at least are sleeping really well. But if you're stressed out and you need to get things done or just chill out, take a sniff of these two together, and it's amazing. I can make a custom essential oil blend for you as well. If these are things that are easy to implement, yay. If they're not so easy to implement and you don't know where to start, that's the time for you to give me a call when you're stressed, tired, and overwhelmed, or even before you get there. And schedule that 15-minute chat with me so we can talk about what to do. Oh, there is actually a sixth thing. Come to the weekly Path to Heal classes that I have that are called Embody the Wholeness of Your Whole Life. And that actually helps to work on helping you make your priorities more important than everybody else's. Because if you're taking care of everybody else, then guess who's at the bottom of the totem pole and gets their needs taken care of? It ain't you. And that's part of the problem. So the Path to Heal sessions, either one-on-one or in the group setting, helps to actually help you get over the overwhelm and the stress and the anxiety, because it helps you to reprioritize what your needs are and actually ask for help and be able to get the support that you need from other people. So those are all the things that I would suggest. Now it's like 6 things, not just 5, that help you with getting over the overwhelm, anxiety, and fatigue. And if you need any questions, go to www.nutritioninmotion.net and click on that 15-minute chat banner and set up a 15-minute chat with me, and we can talk about what your situation is and what your next steps should be. Joanna Hodorowska, Nutrition in Motion, nutrition for body, mind, spirit, and sport.